Hello everybody. As you can see on the slide that two children are talking to each other. One sir and one child is talking about something. This is called the dialogue writing. It is very easy if we learn few tips about the dialogue writing because since we started talking, we say the dialogues only. Sometimes our dialogues are very small, sometimes it is quite big. That's why we have taught you about the punctuation mark, where to put the comma, full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, interjection and all. So these things are very much important in dialogue writing. Otherwise, our dialogues will become quite dull. So today we will learn how to deliver the dialogues. So dear children, these are the famous dialogues from Hollywood, Bollywood and cartoon. So I'm going to read few of them. अरे ओ सांभा कितना इनाम रखे हैं सरकार हम पर. The force will be with you always. Mogambo खुश हुआ. If you are good at something, never do it for free. हम जिसके पीछे लगते हैं लाइफ बना देते हैं. खाली पेट मेरा दिमाग की बत्ती नहीं जलती है रे पतलू. ये किसका बंदूक है? फिर बोलना नहीं मैंने चोरी किया. जब ये 2.5 किलो का हाथ किसी पे पड़ जाता है ना, वो उठता नहीं है, उठ जाता है. Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face. So these are the famous dialogues which are very famous because of its writing. If the dialogue writer has not written these type of dialogues, then these would have not been so famous. So we have to be very creative while writing the dialogues. Now, rules to write a dialogue. Whenever we are writing a dialogue, dialogue means a small talk between two people. And when we are talking with each other, that is called as a group discussion and all. But when we are delivering the dialogue, it may contain 2 or 3 people. Now, dialogues talk to me. Now, a dialogue is a verbal conversation between 2 or more people. When in writing, a dialogue is a way of showing a story instead of explaining one through writing. Now, first thing in grammar that is essential to dialogue writing is punctuation marks. If we continuously talk or when we are continuously reading without stopping, without giving any comma and all, you will not be able to understand what is the main idea of that paragraph, what is the main idea of that story. So comma, quotation, semicolon, period, exclamation, question mark, apostrophe, all these punctuation marks portray the dialogue and its emotion. I have already taught you about the punctuation mark and all these things. So you can watch that video to understand the punctuation marks also. Now, how to write dialogue writing? We can do the dialogue delivery and all without knowing that we are speaking correct English or we are speaking the correct sentence or not. But while writing, because it comes in your exams, so while writing, it is very much necessary to write down the dialogues in a proper way. If I am speaking, then I will write down my name. Then I'll put the colon so that afterwards, or you can put a small dash because after that we have to start the quotation mark. Once if somebody is delivering the dialogue, we have to put his or her statement in the quotation mark because that we write down in a direct speech. Direct and indirect you will learn afterwards. First you have to understand that whatever a person is saying, if we are writing the same thing or statement, his or her statement, we put it into the apostrophe. That is a quotation mark, and the punctuation come inside the quotation mark. So first of all, whenever question is asked to you, you have to read the question thoroughly. Understand the gist. Gist means a summary of the entire conversation, whatever conversation is given in that question. Sometimes the teacher gives you only the question, you have to frame the dialogues. Sometimes one dialogue is given, you have to write down the answer of that dialogue. So it depends upon the examiner how they give the questions. Now, using the grammatical skill of the direct voice, direct, the thing which I have just told you, direct speech we will use. Complete the unsolved dialogue. Now, common conversation for dialogue writing. Greeting conversation, seeing of people. Greeting means whenever you are meeting the person for the first time in a day, that time how do you greet? That is the greeting conversation. Like when you go to the school, you greet your teacher. Good morning, ma'am. Hello, how are you? All these are called the greeting conversation. Whenever we are conversing on phone, whenever we are talking on the phone, that time also we greet each other. Like when you join the Google Meet, and first of all you greet your teacher, because it is the first thing we have learned as a civilized person, to greet others. Now second is seeing of people. Seeing of people, now how you are saying goodbye to the people. Seeing of people, okay, bye. Now advert, regarding goals, miscellaneous, this will we will discuss during the class in a very detailed way. Now few things I wanted to tell you. Let's see what's there in the next slide. Now greeting conversation starters are, these are the few tips which you can use while um, greeting each other, or while starting your dialogues. Hello, you can use hello or hi, and after this you have to use the exclamation mark. Then good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all these words are used when you are meeting somebody at a particular time. How are you? How are you doing? Fine, thank you. Okay, what's new? What's new with it? And you will see that I have used the contractions here. So while speaking, generally we use the contraction. What's your name? We say, what is your name? We don't say, because, and while writing also, like nowadays you are writing the messages on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram, so we are using the contractions. There are some more contractions for WhatsApp and internet message, from internet messages, that you know and you will learn. Now next is seeing of people. A goodbye, bye, good night, take care, see you later, soon, tomorrow, all these are the seeing of people. Okay, at school, regarding food, whenever we are talking about the things we are at school, what class are you in? What is the name of your school? Which is your favorite subject and why? How often do you? Like if a conversation comes to talk about the school, these are the general questions which we ask. Now regarding food, what did you have for lunch? Which is your favorite cuisine? What is your favorite ice cream flavor? What do you like as your pizza topping? Now, dialogue writing, how to do it perfectly. How to write a dialogue perfectly. There are few tips, like period. Period means full stop, commas, comma, question mark. This is the sign of capital letters, quotation mark. This you watch the video of punctuation, then you will get the detailed idea how to use these. Now identify the correct dialogue. This is one of the sample dialogue. Now Jim is saying, are you going to the party tonight? It is a question, that's why question mark is put at the end of it. Now Tom is answering, no, I don't think so. I'm not feeling too well. So what would be the answer of Jim that we have to find out? There are two options given. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. Okay, get well soon. Get well soon is a very direct answer, because if somebody is saying that I'm not feeling well, we have to sympathize with that person and we have to say, I'm sorry to hear that you are not feeling well and all. So we'll pray that I hope you get well soon. So what would be the answer? I am sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. This could be the appropriate answer for the above dialogue. Like this way, we have to think about it, and you have to make your dialogue short and sweet. So, dear children, here is a sample example of dialogue writing. The question here is write a dialogue between you and your teacher about which course to study at vacations. So, whatever uh, the child is asking his or her teacher what to learn during the vacation, during the holidays. Now, child is saying, "Good morning, sir." This is called the greetings. How are you? Look at the punctuation marks also. The reply of the teacher, "I'm completely fine. What about you?" Now, student's question, "I was wondering which course to learn in my vacation." Teacher, it can be confusing with so many options online. You should make a list and narrow it down as per your interest. So you all know how to talk to each other, but you have to write it down in a correct way. You can read it as well. And at last you have to say goodbye greeting. Like in the end, you will see, yes, it sounds great, like a great idea. Thanks. So we have to thank the person whom we are talking. So like this way in your exam, certain questions will come. You have to study those questions, understand the gist of the question, what the teacher or the examiner wants to know. If it is a solved dialogue, then you have to fill it with your own ideas, with your own words. But don't forget to put the punctuation marks also, because punctuation marks also contain marks in dialogue writing. Okay? I hope now the idea of dialogue writing is somewhat clear to you. Now you can write down your dialogues in a very easy way. I will show you a few famous dialogues of Bollywood and Hollywood to you. I'm going to attach that with this video. Enjoy. Thank you.